Yeah, this family is showing remarkable strength, Felicia. They tell me they will not spend one moment mourning Kelvi McCray's death. They say they will instead focus all their energies on celebrating her life.
Kelvi was a beautiful young soul. You know, she was as intelligent as she was beautiful.
Kelvi McCray's family says the 18-year-old had a bright future.
This is the story of Kelvi McCray, aged 18, a young, beautiful, talented, and hardworking lady who was killed by her obsessed 19-year-old boyfriend Kayshawn Shaw, who she let live with him because he had nowhere. Kayshawn was so obsessed that he had threatened her with a gun a day prior to this incident and would not let her go anywhere without him. He did not allow her to live her life until he eventually shot her dead while she was eating dinner and on FaceTime Live talking to her friends. Even though he proposed to her not too long ago, "Somebody I think just came here and shot my daughter." "I think so, ma'am." Welcome to Off the Wall Crimes, Lost Souls Edition. Hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified of more Off the Wall crime stories. What do you mean you think someone will come in and shoot her? Her friend saw everything happen. One's chance of becoming a victim of either violent or property crime here is 1 in 3. Kelvi McCray was a young lady who grew up and lived in West Palm Beach, Florida. She attended Grove High School. She played basketball and track while in high school. After high school, Kelvi ventured into modeling and singing social media, and while doing all this, Kelvi was in college studying cosmetology and already running her own hairstyling business. She loved making her friends, and the young women around her were more beautiful. She was not a lazy person by any measure. She was also a daddy's girl. They have a very great bond. They did a lot of things together. She was ready to do whatever it takes to make money. Kelvi was at least ready to do whatever it takes to make money. Kelvi was in a relationship with someone by the name of Kayshawn Shaw, 19. Kayshawn appeared to be a very nice person. They did things together. They have prom pictures on her social media. They were a cute couple according to friends and families. He proposed to her sometimes during the relationship, and it was a nice time in her life. Keishan and Kelvi lived together. They spent a lot of time together, but later on things started going south. Kelvi tried her best to fix things with her boo, but unfortunately she could not. So she let him know that would have to be the end of the relationship. Unfortunately, that would end up in what led to her demise. Keishan was so obsessed with Kelvi he could not see himself without her. He cried and cried about her leaving him. He tried his best to convince her, but she would not have it. Keishan, her estranged boyfriend, had dated her for over a year at this point, but was still living with her in the house at this time because he had nowhere else to stay. This made him more crazy because he didn't want to be thrown out a day before the actual incident. Kelvi called the police to report what he had done. Keishan pointed a gun at her, promising to kill her if she didn't take him back. He could not let her do anything else if she didn't accept to be his girl. He can be seen in this video tracking her every move, jumping on her car and breaking her windshield. A warrant had been issued against Keishan on counts including aggravated assault with a firearm and domestic battery by strangulation. Police were looking for him actively and finally found him driving a car somewhere around town, but before they could arrest him he took off and led them on a chase for 5 miles. They had to terminate the chase because it was getting unsafe. Kelvi told her friend he had pointed a gun at her earlier in the day and promised to kill her. Her friend replied saying if is he dead ass, or he was laughing like he got a joking tone, or no. Kelvi, he dead ass, said okay. Kelly replied he too hurt to laugh. That's fine, we are not going to stick around and wait for him to kill you though. So he got to go somewhere somehow, because at the end of the day he might not think he will, but he will and might kill after he got to go. Kelvi replied okay, he literally doesn't love himself enough to leave you alone. In his head, it's either you with him or you with nobody. A day after all this, while Kelvi was in her home on 13th Street around 9:40 p.m., 19-year-old Keishawn Shaw walked into the house while Kelvi was FaceTiming friends, then fatally shot her. He shot her in the head and also multiple times in the body. Her mom called 911 after the incident. Kelvi was pronounced dead about 30 minutes later. Police arrived and realized that Keishawn had tried to hurt himself permanently too. He was rushed to the hospital where he remained for a bit before he finally passed away. Keishawn had been issued a warrant for aggravated assault with a handgun and domestic battery by strangling, highlighting the rising pattern of violence leading up to the fatal shooting. Unfortunately, he is not here to answer for his crime. Her family was devastated about her passing but decided to have a positive outlook about it. Kelvi McCray was a young lady who had her whole life right in front of her. She was doing great but made the mistake of being with someone who is very selfish and self-centered. A very painful and sad ending to the life of Kelvi McCray. This emphasizes the importance of mental health awareness and access to resources for individuals struggling with mental illness, as well as the importance of seeking help for oneself or others when needed. The power of support networks. Kelvi's friends and family attempted to support and protect her throughout the ordeal. This highlights the importance of having a strong support network and seeking help from trusted individuals when facing challenges in relationships. Kelvi's tragic death serves as a reminder to cherish and protect the lives of young individuals like her. It's essential to honor her memory by advocating for positive change and working towards creating safer communities for everyone. In conclusion, the incident involving Kelvi McCray and Keishawn Shaw provides numerous moral lessons about the complexities of relationships, the importance of mental health awareness, the impact of socioeconomic factors, and the need for comprehensive solutions to address intimate partner violence. It is with profound sadness that I extend my deepest condolences to you during this incredibly difficult time. The loss of Kelvi is an unimaginable tragedy, and my heart aches for each and every one of you who had the privilege of knowing and loving her. Kelvi's untimely passing has left a void in the lives of all who knew her. She was not only a beautiful and talented young woman but also a beacon of light in the lives of those around her. Her vibrant spirit and zest for life touched the hearts of many, and her memory will forever be cherished. Words cannot adequately express the sorrow I feel for the pain and suffering you are enduring. Please know that you are not alone in your grief. Lean on one another for support and find solace in the memories you shared with Kelvi. May her beautiful soul rest in eternal peace, and may you find comfort in knowing that she will always be remembered fondly by those whose lives she touched. Thanks for watching Off the Wall Crimes, Lost Souls Edition. Please stay safe out there, and see you guys in the next video.